Well, the CBS Sports team has been putting in the work lately, being the eyes and ears for you at home for the latest on what's going on around the country at NFL training camps. Aditi Kinkhabwala has been just everywhere, taking a look at her map. Today, she does join us live from Ohio, where she's been able to have a front row seat to the Browns training camp that will begin shortly. Let's go ahead and welcome in Aditi live to CBS Sports HQ on what she's expecting from practice today. Aditi, it's great to see you. Really, ever since the Browns got Myles Garrett's deal done, their primary focus has switched to their quarterback room, which is very crowded. From what you're hearing, how has the competition looked?
Well, you know, things have changed a little bit because Shedeur Sanders had that bit of shoulder soreness. We talked to him today. He said that he feels better. He's just not been used to this sort of a workload grind. He expects to be full go today. And then, of course, Kenny Pickett had the hamstring issue. I talked to him for a little bit. He is indeed feeling better. He has to be smart, though, and not push it. Of course, it's Pickett's athleticism that has helped him. The Browns are letting him throw. They're letting him do a little bit of 7-on-7, but they don't want him doing too much as he worries about losing ground. So Dillon Gabriel, he's the rookie quarterback that was the third-round pick out of Oregon. We also got to talk to him. You'll certainly air some of that later on. A very, very heady young man who's been in multiple offenses. He's really extremely focused. When I talked to wide receiver Deontay Johnson, he said that he doesn't talk a lot because he concentrates so much. He's really done very well at acclimating to running a huddle. He's gotten more opportunity the last few days as Sanders and Pickett have nursed those injuries. It's been a little bit of up and down, which is what you would expect out of any rookie. And then, of course, you've got Joe Flacco, the veteran, the one that everybody here knows what he can do. Is he actually pulling away with that job? I don't know. I have to be really honest with you, Jordan. I'm excited to see all four of these quarterbacks. I think it's probably one of the most difficult things for head coach Kevin Stefanski, figuring out how to manage those reps, especially because pretty soon the Browns are going to have to figure out who needs to get the majority of those first and second team reps to get ready for the season.
Browns fans, I feel like at just this point, are just hoping for some good news out of that quarterback room from here on out. We'll wait and see. Well, whoever it is under center to start this season will have some big weapons on the outside. And I understand you just alluded to it, that you got to speak with Deontay Johnson earlier. How did that go? Go a little bit deeper for me.
You know what, Jordan? Deontay Johnson is a young man that I had a great opportunity to be around in Pittsburgh, fiercely talented. He had a 3-year stretch where he had 80 catches each of those years. There's only a half dozen wide receivers who can say that. And he did that despite having a whole series of quarterbacks to play with. His career became a bit derailed last year. He went to the Carolina Panthers. Dave Canales, the head coach, really believed in him, but he was shipped out of Carolina, went to Baltimore. Things didn't work out well in Baltimore. He went on to the Houston Texans. He lasted there for a week. And so today we talked about the humility, the recognition that here is his opportunity right in front of him. And can he essentially shuck the PTSD of the last year and show that he can indeed have that consistency, perform the way that he did perform in Pittsburgh? The challenge of that, I asked him, I said, is that wide receiver still into you? And he said, oh, for sure. But again, it's a challenge here because he's running with different teams. He's running with different quarterbacks. He has to manage that as well, and he needs to get out here every single day and prove that he's that guy that produced in Pittsburgh, that guy that Ben Roethlisberger loved, and not the guy that we saw last year. But, Jordan, just like he said, there is a lot of opportunity here. Jerry Jeudy is the number one. He's looking to get another Pro Bowl year to stack on what was a strong year a year ago. Then you've got Cedric Tillman, who is in his third year, who we've seen flashes from, but hasn't yet fully ascended. And then you hope that there's Deontay Johnson. There's a few undrafted receivers who have been making plays. But again, this is the time in camp when guys start distinguishing themselves.
Some question marks on offense. Let's get to the defensive side of the ball. As we know, the Browns had a very busy offseason, and we will start with the biggest move, of course, making Myles Garrett the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. In just a few moments, I understand you'll have a chance to speak with him. What do you plan on asking him?
You know what, Jordan? I hope we will. He was taking a nap, and now he's seeing the trainer. He's taking care of his body. He did get a day off on Saturday, not because anything is going on with his body. I think, frankly, it was to give Dewan Jones, the left tackle, a rest from having to face Myles Garrett. But obviously, Garrett has more responsibility on his shoulders. He's no longer the highest paid pass rusher in the game. That, of course, is TJ Watt, and we'll see what happens with Micah Parsons. But Garrett has been going tough at camp. This is a defense that is counting on him in every way possible. I'm hoping that he'll still come out here and chat with us, but if not, this is still a defense that has some questions at linebacker, of course, with Jordan Hicks retiring and JOK out for the year. There's a lot of undrafted guys on the back end. Cornerback Martin Emerson went down for the year a bit ago. Greg Newsome, who's looking to fill his shoes, he just got dinged. So let's see what this defense can do. Defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz was not happy last year when he didn't have a fully healthy squad during training camp. I remember him saying to me towards the end of camp, I have no idea what this defense will be. So we'll see if he has enough bodies over the next few weeks to go into this season feeling a little bit better than he did last season.
Aditi Kinkhabwala joining us live here on CBS Sports HQ from Cleveland Browns training camp. That's set to get underway momentarily as you take a look at our full CBS Sports Cruise training camp tour. We'll be at the Cowboys all week, of course. We talked to some of our crews at the Commanders training camp. We just talked to Aditi from Browns. The Falcons, BMAC is out there, and we have a full schedule for the rest of the week as well.